Welcome to I Drink, Therefore I Am, a think tank media podcast, hosted by international spirits educator and whiskey ambassador Martin C. Duffy. Each episode, Marty sits down with distillers, brand builders, and industry insiders to talk about the craft, the culture, and the business behind the spirits world. Pour yourself something appropriate, and let's get into it.
Welcome, everyone, to I Drink, Therefore I Am. I'm your host, Martin Duffy, former master of whiskey for Diageo and current North American brand representative for Glencairn Crystal. We're going to cover different aspects of the drink industry from top to bottom over the next, 50 years, as long as this show runs. Today, I have a very special guest, an old buddy of mine, Mr. Lew Bryson. Lew, can you walk in here? Hey, oh, look at Lew. Oh my God, what are you carrying there, Lew?
It's just a thing I found around the house.
I bet you have a lot of those things around the house. Lewis is a premier writer, whiskey writer, and a former managing editor of Whiskey Advocate magazine. I guess it was Malt Advocate back in the day.
Yeah.
And look at this. He's written books too. Now, these are his two old ones, but now he has the third coming out.
Yeah, baby.
And this actually will be out by the time this broadcasts. This book will already be out. So folks, you can just go. It's going to be available on Amazon, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and of course, your local independent bookstore.
So, Lewis, I had a couple of topics I want to discuss with you. And we have a very short period of time. As this goes for only about 20 minutes or so.
Oh, let's rip it then.
Yeah. So we'll let you do a lot of the talking. First topic is going to be whiskey writing and the state of it, because I know it's difficult nowadays for all you whiskey writers out there to find an avenue.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of in-print stuff anymore. A lot of it's online, and online I don't think pays very well, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
How do you do it, and how do you do it as a veteran? But also, what would you recommend to anybody who's thinking of getting into either being a whiskey journalist or a spirit writer, and especially an author? Take it away.
First off, my current plan is retirement, so that's how I'm handling it. And this is probably going to be my last whiskey book. I'm 66.
You done that?
And I've been in this. I was thinking about it today. I've been writing about whiskey for just shy of 30 years at this point. It'll be 30 years by the end of this year. And when I first started, it was barely getting going. It was kind of crazy to start writing about whiskey back in 1995, and now I almost feel like we've hit the peak and kind of might be on the way down. So I think I'm gonna make a graceful exit. But advice for somebody who wants to get in, or even somebody who's like already in but not established: don't limit yourself to whiskey. Absolutely, do not limit yourself to whiskey. Tequila, cocktails. Directly into hospitality, writing about where the stuff is served. If you can broaden your portfolio, broaden your expertise, that's where you're going to get it. And I tell you, one of the reasons I'm happiest about retiring is I won't have to learn cannabis. There's a whole other thing there. And so I'm not going to have to deal with that. Of course, I always did write about beer as well, so that helped. I had other things, but yeah, the markets are definitely shrunk up.
Well, and also too, I've known a couple of people who've written books about whiskey. Our friend Mr. Fionnan O'Connor over in Ireland. He wrote a wonderful book about single pot still whiskey. Then he was having problems finding a publisher for his second book.
Yeah.
And you wonder, is there is there much more you can write about as far as whiskey?
Well, I mean, we've got I've got my book coming out in September of 25. Robin Robinson has a new book on whiskey. Clay Risen has a new book on whiskey. Susan Regal has a new book on whiskey.
See,
David Wondrich just came out with his illustrated cocktail guide, and there's going to be a fair amount of whiskey in that. And whiskey books are cranking out. I don't know. They're out there. People will publish. On the other hand, I've got another whiskey book proposal that's been out there for 3 months, 4 months. Not even no, that's not true. I've had a couple of nibbles, but yeah, I mean, I'm an established name.
Yeah, I know, and that's I guess Robin has his following, even though he only has the one book so far.
Yeah, but I mean, he's also got years of experience in the industry. So,
and Clay has some really wonderful books, but they're always kind of high end. That one whiskey book we have that came with the bicycle.
$85-$90.
Yeah.
Like in a box. And
it came in a box. A woman delivered it to you in a bikini.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And rolled cigars when she got there?
Yes, on her thigh.
Amazing.
Very expensive. Jim Murray came up with that idea.
How fine this is. It's very nice.
I know. Is that leather? Is that leather bound?
No, it's pleather, I'm pretty sure. But it has the feel. It is. I mean, I said this kind of in jest. I said some people are going to buy this book just because of how it feels when they pick it up. I was joking, but it could happen.
No.
Yeah.
I do believe that a lot of people do judge books by their cover.
Absolutely. Especially when they're buying gifts for other people.
Right.
No? Yeah.
Especially when they're, if they do come with a higher price tag, like Clay's did. It looks great. It was a great looking book. People have asked me to write a whiskey book, and I always ask them the same thing. What do you want me to write? I mean, that hasn't already been covered. Tell
stories, Marty. It's what you do.
Well, I know. I thought about that. I have to wait till I retire to write that.
Yes.
That's going to be a tell-all that.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be pretty spicy. Let me tell you.
3 pages on Benedictine. Sure.
Yes. My vaunted.
Yeah.
18 months with Benedictine. Yes. Bobby. That's gonna take up half a page. Half a page right there.
Hey, that's my house cocktail, the Frisco. Benedictine. Delicious cocktail.
It's a delicious liqueur. And that's why
half an ounce at a time.
I know. Well, I mean, I asked the brand, what was I 3 months into the job? I said, why did you hire me? What are we doing here? What am I supposed to be doing? It's 5,000 cases in the entire country. I mean, look, I could sell 5,000 briefcases more than Benedictine. The other thing I want to ask you about, since you do travel, you do get out there, talk to.
Out to Chicago in 2 weeks.
That's right. You're going to be coming out for the Indie Spirit Expo, and you're going to do a whole bunch of book signings. Speaking of which, since we're talking about your book, 2 things actually. Well, before we go on to a different topic.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
With this book, one, what is the approach? You've already written 2 books. Now, what is the approach with this? What is this
one is much like the second book, Whiskey Masterclass, in where I kind of take apart how whiskey is created and look at everything that creates aroma or flavor in whiskey, all the processes, all the ingredients, the aging, the where it's aged, everything that has an input on aroma and flavor. But this time I focused on American whiskey. So essentially went in there and ripped out all the Scotch, Canadian, Irish, Japanese, and that left me a lot of more room to go broader on American whiskeys.
And not just Canadian, or not just Kentucky bourbon.
Oh, no. No, in fact, I there's 2 chapters where I dove headlong into the standards of identity, because there's a lot of, I mean, people think American whiskey and they think bourbon, rye, maybe corn whiskey, maybe wheat whiskey. There's 38 different classifications of whiskey. Now, most of them aren't being used, but more and more of them are because people are looking at the standards that they can make that. I mean, there's a, we always think about American whiskeys being 51% something, right? 51% corn, bourbon, rye, wheat, corn, whatever. There is a classification for a whiskey that has no predominant grain. That's actually a separate category of whiskey. I mean, there's a couple of people making them, but I don't, that could be a thing.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Well, and it's always fascinating me in my travels. For working for Glencairn, I go around to different whiskey events and different industry events. And so when I do go to another market, I will explore whatever distilleries are in the area and find out such fascinating things that, you go down to Texas, you expect a high evaporation rate.
Sure.
That just, it's a desert, right?
Yep.
But going to Denver, I think of cold, nice mountains, big time.
Yeah.
Leopold Brothers, I think his was over 14%.
Actually, the guys at Law's Whiskey House right in Denver told me that they think there's an effect from the pressure drops. When the big air masses come off the mountains, they said it absolutely slams the whiskey into the barrels.
You know what?
There's an effect.
Well, you're retiring, so I guess you can't write another book. But if you weren't to do an article before you retire,
those pamphlets.
Something I was always interested in, and this I think is more true for American whiskeys than anywhere else on the planet, because you have so many urban distilleries. So if you go by the whole idea that whiskeys that are distilled in Scotland by the ocean, or matured at least by the ocean, bring on that maritime character. What about whiskey that's aged inside a busy city near a busy roadway? How much exhaust? Does that affect it, or does it think it filtered out?
Fryer oil.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I'm kind of being funny, but at the same time,
no. All the aromas in a city compared to being out in the nature, ocean, forests, hills.
Yeah, which brings that whole thing into play. How much is that actually affecting?
Right.
I don't know.
I've never heard anyone really delve into that.
I will tell you one thing that interested me, and I put at least a 2-page sidebar in the book about it. The Ingram whiskey that's aged on barges on the river.
Yeah.
I got to say, first time I got the press release on that, I'm like, that bullshit. And then they sent me whiskey, and it's good, and it's got a weird roundness to it that is really appealing, and I find myself wondering. And if nothing else, it's extremely historical, right?
Right.
That's how bourbon got to Bourbon Street. Yeah.
Well, and also I believe it's if I'm saying this right, I think it's Miss Jeff.
Brainwave.
It's more like a little tiny little
brain ripple.
Yeah, brain ripple. They're Mischief Distilling in
puts them out on the crabbing boats.
On the crab boats.
Yeah.
How about Jefferson's? Didn't Jefferson sail there
around the Caribbean and out into the ocean? Yeah.
I mean, interesting
you bring up Mischief, because I don't think they get enough credit for that. I've tasted some of those. I've had more than one of those bottles. I think we were up there. Man, they are different.
Mm-hmm.
Once you go out on the different boats that go out in different parts of the fishing area, they taste different, and they're the same distillate.
Yeah. I mean,
that's fascinating.
There is a lot to be explored and written about. I mean, if you are a whiskey writer out there, or a spirit writer, and it doesn't have to be just whiskey, because there's a bunch of different spirits out there being matured.
Well, there was an interesting thing. Like I said, I dove into the standards of identity, which are the government regulations that say what whiskey can and can't be. Weird thing I found out that had very little to do with it. You can make bottled in bond vodka. Exactly. That is the correct reaction. here's the weird thing: you have to line the barrels so the vodka doesn't actually touch the wood. That's in the regs.
So
But it's in this like lined barrel for 4 years. All the other regulations for bottled and bond, and then you can call. I'm like, is some crazy person making this?
Yeah, what's happening? I mean, most people make vodka so they can sell it right away. No, I'm going to wait 4 years. Freaking genius.
I remember asking Jimmy Russell one time, what would you get if you aged vodka? And he just kind of looked at me and said, I believe it would be brown vodka. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
God bless him. The whole vodka thing.
Sorry, what else you got?
Well, also too, with the book, you are coming to Chicago, and I don't believe that is the beginning of your book signing tour.
I have a couple of on that tour. It's only a week. It's not a full tour.
No,
but yeah,
right,
I'm coming into I think it's Monday the 6th. I'm coming into Delilah's Monday night.
Oh, are you really? Okay.
Yep.
Very famous Chicago whiskey
yeah.
Delilah's.
Yeah.
Whiskey Hall of Fame, I believe.
Quoted Mike in one of the first articles I ever wrote.
Oh, that's an important part, important question to ask about this new book. Your acknowledgement section.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Yes.
Look,
yes.
I get very little fanfare, and if I take whatever I can get, I have all these little acknowledgments. I rip out the page and just put it in a frame. All right. And so I believe you're going to do a number of stops here in Chicago, maybe even Milwaukee that week.
I do. I'm at the Great Lakes Distilling in Milwaukee on Thursday. And then
Sweet.
Friday and Saturday, I'm at the two Journeyman,
Valparaiso, and then
Valparaiso Friday night, and then
Three Oaks.
The main distillery in Three Oaks on Saturday night, where you and I are going to be judging the Barrel Aged Beer Festival.
That's right.
I mean, that's become a high point of my year. I love that.
It's fun. I know, and I love going up there. I love hanging out with Bill and Joanna, and
the small town thing.
Is free. Yeah, staying in a little Three Oaks, just going across the street to Nelson's Diner.
Just the diner. Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Now, the other question I had for you is more of a general question, because again, you travel around, you talk to folks in the industry. I was just down in San Antonio at
nice.
the American Distilling Institute.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And, you talk to folks about the state of the industry, distilling in general. There is a bit of a dark cloud over the industry right now. It's a perfect storm. There's a number of different things, non-alcoholic beverages, the cannabis, rise in cannabis. A lot of people just not drinking like they used to, which is a good and bad thing. Yeah, I don't want anyone to overindulge. It's great to sip.
No. But when you do, you should drink smart and drink whiskey.
Also, too, the market. I mean, we have 3,000 distilleries just in the United States.
Sure.
Is that too much? And I don't think the bar and restaurant industry, I don't think that is anywhere.
No, I do this food
pandemic
podcast here, and everyone I'm talking to in the hospitality business say people aren't staying out anywhere near as late. I mean, most of the bars are closing at 9 and 10.
Oh God, yeah.
Nobody there. Yeah.
That was happening a couple of years ago. I think even before 2020.
Well, yeah, but I think everybody thought it was gonna bounce back. But yeah.
But
let me check with you. You go to a lot of distilleries. I won't say every distillery I've been at recently, but a lot of them, they're cutting back on production.
Oh, big time. I mean, actually, the smart ones are. I know.
That
aren't. And I go, why are you still producing?
My latest column that's just out in Craft Spirits magazine, I suggested, you know what? You might want to think about looking into stainless steel tanks. Because you've got some really good old whiskey coming due, and if you can't sell it, it's going to go to crap. So,
I mean, right now, too, whiskey If you're out there and you want to buy a barrel of whiskey, there are a lot of whiskey to be had. And,
Yeah, don't think you're doing it for an investment, but if you want to have
No.
some good whiskey, you can
Right.
get better deals now.
in fact, what I saw a lot at ADI was a lot of folks going there not to start their own distillery, but to start their own whiskey brand and looking to
Yep.
buy up barrels and put out a blended whiskey or put out their own, single malt, which is unfortunate for places like Journeyman's Valparaiso. Bill built that for the whole contract distilling. And there's been a couple of others who were planning,
Yeah.
hey, let's contract distill. Yeah, it's like having your own shipbuilding business, but you see all these empty boats floating down the river that you can just snag.
Right. Yeah,
Weird analogy, but it's the first one that popped in my head.
it's not a bad one. Yeah.
Thank you. You can use it. You can use it.
Well,
I'm
thank
throwing
you.
that out
Thank
there.
you. You do this all the time. You have these ideas and you just toss them. It's amazing.
What am I going to do with them? But Lewis, I'm going to have you back on, especially in a month or two when your book is out right before the holidays.
Yeah.
It is technically coming out tomorrow, but
Yes.
people might not see this for another month or so. But the name of the book is American Whiskey Masterclass, which is
Yes.
interesting. So, okay. So we zeroed in,
Yeah, it's
not just whiskey masterclass, American whiskey. And in a kind of a cowboy leather binding.
That's right.
American leather. All right, Lou, you be good. I'm going to see you in
See you in a couple
about
weeks.
2 weeks,
Yeah.
week and a half. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All right, little buddy,
Good.
you be good. Stick with us for just a few moments. Everybody
Sure.
else, thank you very much. And we'll see you the next time you think, therefore, no, you drink, therefore you am. Get out of here. Bye-bye.
Thanks for spending time with us on I Drink, Therefore I Am. You can watch every episode of the podcast inside Hospitality Nexus, a global human-first platform bringing the hospitality ecosystem together in one place. Inside the Nexus, it's a career fair that never closes, connecting industry leaders, educators, students, employers, and partners through real presence. Create your free account and explore the community at hospitalitynexus.org. And until next time, sip thoughtfully, drink responsibly, Sláinte.